I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it.
What?
Get some help.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You blew it!
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Wake up! Grab Russian with a little makeup. I discussed the way to shake up. Why'd you leave the kids up on the table? Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to. Grab a Russian with a little makeup. You wanted to. I discussed the way to shake up. You wanted to. Why'd you leave the kids up on the table? You wanted to. Why don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide? I cry when angels deserve to.
Is there a better intro on the planet?
Nope.
Didn't think so. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the Canned Chicken Podcast. I am SithLordFelix, always with the always awesome, the incorruptible Mr. Valentine. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm corruptible at a price.
Oh, well, that's always good. Might I interest you in a job at Disney? No.
Only if it's a blow job.
Oh, hey-o. All right,
That's the kind of episode it's going to be, folks.
BJ's all around. So, speaking of sucking dick, Indiana Jones 5.
That's a perfect segue.
Yeah. Have you? Are you anticipating this movie at all?
I know nothing about it. The new indie? Yeah, I have no idea what the new indie is about. I thought they were done with the other one.
Oh, with the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? Of course they were. So no one's ever truly gone. Nothing is ever truly done. They're gonna milk this. Yeah. Well, no. Then Disney bought it after the fact, so they're gonna try.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So what's your out of 1 out of 10? How much are you anticipating seeing this movie?
I don't know. Can we watch a trailer? I can't even give a rating because I know nothing about this new one.
I think we could do a trailer. Let me see.
For me, it's really just the first two, and I really didn't like all too much the Holy Grail one.
I will remove you from this podcast immediately. Then how can you like the Last Crusade?
I don't know. I felt like the first half of the Last Crusade, especially all the stuff with Young Indy with River Phoenix, like I hated that. Even then,
I love that. You didn't like it. I wanted, and you know what? What's funny is now I saw that actually I just rewatched that scene of River Phoenix running home to Sean Connery, and Junior, all that shit, right? Yeah. Yo, River Phoenix legit looked like a young Indiana Jones in the face. Like I don't know, something about like that. It was a very good casting choice.
You think he looked like Harrison Ford?
Kind of like a young hair in the nose, especially the face. In the face, a little bit. I thought it was a good casting choice. I mean, you're not going to get young Harrison Ford. The clone technology for celebrities hasn't been invented yet. That wouldn't come till 1988.
Right, true.
Or 1998, I should say. All right, so let's see where we're at here. Can you see the screen? It's just black right now, right? Okay. Let's take this. Let's see what we got here. I might have to cut this out, but we'll include the afterthought.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad
Tequila.
Something on a train during the war. A dial that could change the course of history.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father crazy?
Don't move. Please get out of here. Stop! Sorry.
Helena!
Dr. Jones, get him.
Oh, is Indy in Manhattan?
Yeah.
I like that part.
Hitler made mistakes, and with this, I will correct them all.
You stole it.
Then you stole it.
It belongs in a museum.
It's called capitalism.
This way.
Fasten your seatbelt. There might be some turbulence.
You've taken your chances, made your mistakes. And now a final triumph.
Give them hell, Indiana Jones!
A few times in my life, I've seen things.
I've been tortured with voodoo. Been shot 9 times, including once by your father.
The Jesus stuff never happened. He didn't even mention that. Slight little detail.
Okay, doesn't look too terrible.
Ladies
I
and
would at
gentlemen.
least check it out. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, let's see where we're at because the first reviews are out. How good are these reviews? Give me a guess.
Well, people are a lot more forgiving than I am with movies, so I'm gonna say that the reviews are good.
Reviews are good. Awesome. All right, so let's see where we're at here. Can you see the screen?
Mm-hmm.
50%.
Wow, is that Rotten Tomato?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Norman,
Yeah.
are you gonna kill Indiana? I'll handle it, Norman.
Yes. Dude, this was at the Cannes Film Festival where apparently, okay,
You mean
according to the Cannies. Yeah, yeah, that film festival. Can you believe? I thought this trailer looked like garbage, bro. Which I mean, I am kind of in awe that you thought it looked kind of good.
Well, I look good in the sense that nothing made me go yuck. You know, nothing in that trailer made me go yeah.
Ooh, I have so many problems.
Are you the hateful one this week?
I am the hateful one this week. I almost want to go see it to trash it because apparently it's a real piece of shit. Apparently, I don't know. I mean, 50%, and this is like the same crowd that gave like The Last Jedi like 96 or some dumb fucking score.
And that did not deserve that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny because now I'm of two heads. Now are they giving it a low review because it's actually good? Right? Like, you know, like the fans are gonna like it, but the critics are gonna like poo-poo it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's I don't know where I stand there. I am not looking forward to this movie at all. These are the same people who gave us new Star Wars. You know, I don't know what you're expecting to happen. You know that girl's going to be new Indiana Jones by the fucking end, or at least they're trying to make it look like she is.
That was what I was looking for in the trailer too. I was like, is this chick there to help the story along? And I love a good, strong female character, or is she just going to be like Disney's new thing where it's like, no, by the end of the movie, like with Neo, they're gonna cut off his balls and she'll save the day, like all the Terminators, and she'll be the badass and he'll just be the bumbling white old patriarch asshole.
Yeah.
Or are they gonna let him be fucking Indiana Jones? He's gonna grab her by the waist and fucking plant one on her at the end, like a nice fat kiss.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
is he gonna go home with his dick in his hand?
First picture on the Rotten Tomatoes website of Indiana Jones is this fucking girl.
And that's a man.
And the villain.
She has a chin
She has
like a man.
Yeah, right. Finally, Indy. Ooh, bad Nazis. Is that Antonio Banderas? What the fuck's he doing in here?
It's
All
Mel
right.
Gibson.
Was that, I think that's Antonio Banderas for real though.
I thought it was Mel Gibson for real though.
That would have been. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Disney would love to have Mel Gibson on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would.
They wouldn't know what. No, are you kidding me? Disney, shit.
Yeah, but
I have to
Disney was an anti-Semite. Mel Gibson went on a Jewish rant. He'd be perfect.
You think? No, just no. Stop being silly, man. We don't do anti-Semitic shit here. No, I'm just
Who
kidding.
is? I mean, we're not, but Disney does.
We're not, but Disney, yeah, fuck Disney. Jew hating motherfuckers. No, we're about to get canceled. Wait, I hope I'm recording and not live. Okay, all right, good. I can bleep this shit out. Nah, but speaking of which, there's going to be a sequel to The Passion of the Christ. That's hopefully on the way.
Oh yeah, what is it called? Passion of the Resurrection,
or something like that. I thought you were going to come up with some goofy ass name or P2 Judgment Day.
Oh, like that. Now that I would go see.
I'm the Catholic one too, man.
Man.
Those fucked up jokes. No, yeah, but all jokes aside, it's supposed to take place when Jesus apparently when he descends into hell before he comes back.
That's
and descends
stupid.
into heaven.
All jokes in front. That sounds fucking retarded.
What? No, that's exact. Well, I mean, that's the Bible story. So.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it went
that?
down.
What's
What?
that South Park episode where Jesus is kicking ass? Sunglasses and ninja swords.
I would trust Mel Gibson a little bit more than to turn it into a karate flick, like you know what I mean? Kill Bill, like a Kill Jesus.
Yeah.
I would assume there's going to be something a little bit more in depth, like so.
I hope so.
Yeah. I trust him. He hasn't done me dirty yet. Name one bad Mel Gibson movie that he's directed.
What women think.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. I didn't like it, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't. I don't know. It was entertaining. The one that women want.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I would like. It was well made. It's like It was better than The Last Jedi. That's what
Gotcha, yeah.
It's kind of what I base it. That's my basis. Is it better than The Last Jedi? Is it better than The Last Jedi? Is it more woke than The Last Jedi? And the answer to both is surprisingly no. You would think that What Women Want would be like some woke cringe, and it's actually not. Kind of weird that I remember as much as I do about that movie. I think I seen it once like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it was definitely the standard rom-com, and that was before the woke thing even existed.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I wonder what that would be like now, watching that now. I haven't seen it since it came out, and when I seen it, I probably seen it with one of my ex-girlfriends or something, because I remember it was like a date. It was like a date. Take a chick to the date type movie,
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, hey, look, isn't this a nice, funny, romantic comedy? Chuck's like, yeah, take your top off. Yeah, take your top off.
Take your top off, baby.
But I don't know. So let's so you're actually anticipating this movie.
No. Nobody said I was anticipating the new Indiana Jones. I was done with Indiana Jones with Temple of Doom. I only liked half of the one with Sean Connery, and he saved that movie by the second half. Once they got
once they got past the Kitty one, I get that. The Indy Junior, that shit was like, even though I liked it, once you get past that, the movie really begins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The movie really begins, but that's only like 10 minutes. That's only 10 minutes. That's that sequence. I mean, it could have been cut down maybe to 5.
That's like it's actually like a 15. It's like they really stretched it out.
It could have been cut down by half. Like it could have, they could have
fucking Larry and Curly. They're on the train. he's hiding in the magician's box, and we can't catch him. He's over there now. It was like I hated that. Even when I was young and I first saw it, I was like, "What is this?" And that was the scene that when, especially River Phoenix, fucking, you have all that talent, and I was like, "What is this slapsticky shit?" I was like, "I don't.
Right.
This is kind of dumb." And then it doesn't pick up right after that because we go through all that. We do the fucking Three Stooges beginning. It takes up the first 15 minutes, and the River Phoenix does a good job. But they made it too slapsticky with the train chase, and then the fucking in the scene you got this fat fucking little white dork kid who's like Indy, and he's like, shh, like I don't know if like I'm going on a tangent right now because it bothers me so much.
That fat kid was me, you motherfucker.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I relate to that fat kid because that would have been me. I would have been his fat friend.
This bumbling fat friend.
Yeah.
Andy, what are we gonna do, Andy? It's like, who fucking talks like that?
I know, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat the chocolate bars. Do you mind? That's gonna that'd have been me, man.
So then he fucking steals the thing from the guy, and then he's on the train chase,
Right.
and then. Even how they do Sean Connery, that first introduction I thought was dumb because Indy walks in, he's all excited. River Phoenix walks in, he's got the cross, whatever the fuck he just stole, and the dad like puts his finger up like, no, Indy, what did we? Hold on, you cannot speak until I'm finished writing my thing. And I'm like, of course, a father would be like, what's going on, son? What are you running from? You know what's going on? No, instead he's like, oh. Don't talk until I finish writing this little stupid page in my diary.
Yeah, because if that was me, it would have been like, excuse me, I'm in the middle of an online match. Shut the fuck up, Indy, sit down. When let me find out what my KD is, and then you can tell me what happened. Shush, Junior.
You know the rules, Junior, and you must. And then he's like,
"That's what I'm playing."
It's like he makes it say it in Latin and some fucking jerk off shit. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah, he should have just been like, "You need a rap in the mouth, right? You need a nice little slap in the mouth when they act up."
Like his women, right? Yeah. I treat my kids like my women. I give them a nice rap in the mouth.
Nice rap in the mouth. You could use one of those.
And then after they do that sequence, it's one of the longest setups about like Indy. He's got to go. He's talking to some girl, and then he's like talking to some other dude. I think there was the dude from the first one actually. So that was cool that they brought that guy back. And he's like, "Oh, your father's work, this and that." And searching for the grail, and then he's talking to the German chick, and she plays it so flat at first, and then I get it. It's because then she's a Nazi.
She's a spy. Yeah.
But it's not till they're on the boat where they're getting into a little tussle with some fucking German foot soldier guy, and I was like, wow, we're like 45 minutes in, and I just saw this movie too. I just saw it recently because one of those cable channels ran all three, and I was
like, fuck it, let's go. Yeah.
And then I got to the third one, and I had a text by halfway through. I was like, I got to text Felix because Felix said he liked this movie.
I loved it. I loved it.
Do you remember? I was texting you.
I think it was initially my favorite of the three. And actually, no. Let me start. Temple of Doom as a kid was my favorite.
Yes, same.
All right. That one is my least favorite now. As an adult.
And I'm surprised to hear you say that because I still like 1 and 2 equally now, even though 2 as
Willie
a kid
is fucking annoying as shit.
Who?
Willie, the chick, the Temple of Doom.
Oh, the blonde.
Oh my god, she was annoying as shit in that movie.
Yeah, she was real pretty, but way over the top with the screaming damsel in distress, right? Stuff,
Yeah. And it's funny because I watched Raiders recently. You watched Last Crusade? I think I watched Raiders maybe within a few days that you did. I was like, that one I used to like the least, and now that one I think is my favorite, followed closely by The Last Crusade because it's like for me even though I enjoyed the beginning, I understand why people don't. I do feel like the movie starts picking up when they get to the library. When they get to that big library and then X marks the spot, all that shit.
Yeah, bro,
I
that's
love that.
That's 45, 50 minutes
Was that
in.
really that long in?
Yes.
Oh, man. But
And
hey,
you're
you
right,
know.
it does pick up from there.
Yeah.
Because I even remember
Fantastic
when
after that.
it got good. I wouldn't even call it fantastic. It got
I
good.
know. All right, so hey, calm down, Felix.
Because then they made Sean Connery too much. Like they made him a little too goofy. Like, I'm just the academic professor, and you're my adventurous son, saving me, Indy.
Yeah, right. No,
I wanted Sean Connery to be a fucking man in that movie, and he was in
a
the
couple
sense
of
like
moments.
an academic, but maybe. And then when they're in the plane together,
and he could fight. He had to
fight.
throw down
He
a
could
couple of
box.
Nazis a little bit. He wasn't a total useless bum. And I did like that the German spy was playing them both. And they had they had that little. I thought that was pretty funny at the time.
Oh yeah, you liked when Sean Connery was like, "Oh yeah, you were gonna fuck that blonde, but I fucked her."
Yeah, all right.
You want my sloppy
You gotta
seconds,
set it down there,
son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want my sloppy seconds, little Indy? Named
And I
after
was
the dog.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, right. That was great. But Raiders is now my absolute favorite. It's like easily the best one. And especially by the time you get to the end, the whole the Ark of the Covenant, which again, I brought this up at Echo Base Network. They're gonna take Jesus out of this, because originally it was supposed to be the spear of destiny, not the dial of destiny.
Oh right, yeah. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. That's the spear that they pierced Jesus' side with. And it's
my
a holy relic.
A much better story, right? And if you're coming off the Grail,
Holy
why not?
Grail,
And
the
the
Ark of the
Ark,
Covenant.
right? The first one's the Ark.
Yeah.
Right.
And even Temple of Doom, look, Temple of Doom was Kali, but a bad. You could say it was a demon. You know what I mean? I think Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls was one of the biggest problems with it. Is kind of went away from that, and it was about aliens and shit like that. That kind of doesn't fit.
Yeah, and I didn't see that one.
I think that it is. Yeah, I mean, we don't even bring it up in the discussion, but I mean, it is so inferior to the other three. But I have a feeling that Crystal Skull is going to be better than this piece of shit that we're getting.
Interesting. Yeah, I bet you're right about that. Because I bet you this is a whole. Because Crystal Skulls was still at least Spielberg, right?
Yeah. It's definitely inferior. I'll tell you what. When I went to the movie theater, I think I had my expectations very low. So I still kind of liked it. It was like, okay. I wasn't offended. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Because
it's not like The Last Jedi. Batman v Superman.
I love how that's your go-to now.
The Last Jedi. That fucking movie offended me. You know what I mean? It was so fucking bad.
Yes, I agree.
And we were in the era of that time of Infinity War and fucking all this great Marvel stuff, so that when the news dropped and Force Awakens was kind of dope, as a setup movie. If Last Jedi would have been the shit, if it was Infinity War caliber, where it was beloved by everyone, things like that, and it would have rounded out that trilogy properly.
Yeah,
I think The Force Awakens would have held up. But The Last Jedi was so bad, it literally ruined the movie before it,
Wow, good point, yes.
Yeah, because before that movie came out, I watched The Force Awakens quite a few times, man. And it's funny, too, because, now, looking back, all the whamming shit, it screams at you, you know what I mean? I think at first... it kind of whizzed over my head because it's Star Wars, you know what I mean? And I was trying to be forgiving. Right. I was trying to get into the spirit of it. And again, there was fun elements about it. But damn, man, that movie retroactively destroyed the movie before it. If I was J.J. Abrams, I would have been furious. I would like take my characters and whatever, take my plot or whatever I had set up, and then just take a giant shit on it and make this fucking super long, boring catastrophe to ruin like literally. You could trace the death of Star Wars to that movie, man. My opinion.
I agree.
Amen, brother. We agree because hell, that's hard to kind of dispute. It's funny how people also like have that movie's back. It's no matter what you say, the movie's like the most beautifully. Fuck you. No one cares.
Yeah. I don't agree with any of that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the studio that's gonna bring us Indiana Jones 5. I don't know what. Like how can you defend this trailer? How dare you, Valentine?
I didn't defend it. I just said the trailer didn't make me cringe.
Oh, good for you.
Man. All right. So the trailer didn't make you cringe. You would watch it if it was on. Would you go buy a movie ticket to go see it?
No, I would not spend my money to see it because I know now, especially with Disney, it's less than 50-50 of a gamble with that company.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no way are they getting my money. But if I could watch it for free, I'll sit through it to see if I like it or not and form my own opinion, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, totally.
I think we're going to have to add Crystal Skulls to our hate watch.
To hate watch? Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
I've never seen it. So.
You've never seen it. Oh, I think that, you know what? I think so. I think that might be it. Shit, man. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, put it on the list.
In for that. Yeah. I kind of had a thought too about Indiana Jones, and it kind of went away.
You blew
it. It was something important. Oh, you know what? Let's actually segue. You said like about this news right here, totally different, but let's celebrate the.
Oh, you found it.
Yeah, Andy Rourke, bassist for the Smiths, dies at 59. His sinewy bass lines were vital, as one writer put it, habitually unsung, part of the influential British rock band's success. We're gonna go do a little not sing along, but hear along instead of a watch along. That will be on the Uncensored podcast on our Patreon. Be sure to join, and you can get full access to that. But we'll listen to some Smiths music and reflect. I was not a giant Smiths fan. I wasn't a hater.
I know, because we spoke about them a bunch of times. Like every once in a while, I'd be like, oh, did you ever get into the Smiths? You know, we would say that every once in a while. And I get it. I get that the Smiths, were not everyone's cup of tea. So I was never like, oh, you fucking stupid. What do you mean you don't like the Smiths? Blah, blah, blah. It was like, okay, I get it.
You don't know music, bro. You don't know music. Yeah. It's like, I was that scumbag. All right. So, you don't like Metallica? Oh, okay. Gay, you know?
Yeah.
So let's, Torque. What a Torque. Go listen to your Spin Doctors.
But man, Andy Rourke was so fucking inventive. I got turned on to them. I first got turned on to Morrissey when I was probably like 13, 14 years old in junior high school. And right away I was like, I never heard of him before until in 93 or 4, Morrissey put out one of his solo albums and he was on MTV. And I was like, oh, check out this Morrissey dude. That's a cool song, blah, blah, blah. And then I got into him. And then a friend of mine came back from Fort Lee, New Jersey, of all places. And he was like, do you remember that guy, Morrissey, blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that was that movie, 500 Days of Summer. You remember that movie?
I remember it by title.
Well, yeah. Albums. Love them.
Yeah, same. I do love Sabbath.
Yeah.
But see, even with the Metallica stuff and the Black Sabbath stuff and the Ozzy solo stuff, you know, that was all in my ear, young, because I have a couple of older brothers and in the neighborhood, all the older guys. So all that stuff I was familiar with, you know, and I love
Yeah.
it to the core, you know. But the Smiths was one of those bands that once someone gave me a tape of, that I was just, even though it was already over, I missed it. By the time I was born, the Smiths were done. You know, well, I was
Right.
No, that's not true. I was born when they were happening, but by the time I was old enough, they were done. But anyway, when I discovered it was one of those bands where it was just like, oh, here's something I'm discovering kind of like on my own with my little group of friends. Like, and then when I would try to play it for my brothers and the older guys, they'd be like, get this fucking sissy shit out of here. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, listen to that bass line. This is so dope. It's like, yeah, but the singer sounds like a schmeg.
Yeah, right. yeah, we know what they were trying to say.
Yeah, totally. So that's why it was extra important, because I love all the bands you mentioned too, but the Smiths was one of those bands that like I got to like discover on my own, and it just became like, and then everyone around me was like dissing it, and I'm like, why don't you see the beauty that's here? I'm all alone with my precious music.
I'm gonna play my favorite Smith song.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
You're playing the deep cuts now.
No, I'll be real. No, this actually the bass on this one was actually really, really good. No.
Oh yes.
No.
I didn't know you were into the bootleg.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's another B-side. Sorry, no. Bad Boys, as made famous by the Smiths.
Oh my God, they never sounded better. You know, they never sounded better.
Yeah, totally.
Bullshit, I'll bet you.
Sorry, never. All right, so
rest in peace, Andy Rourke.
Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace. We will pray for you.
I'm at a loss of words of how good the music, how much I think that their music was awesome. So
59.
Andy, yeah, fucking pancreatic cancer.
Pancreatic cancer. Patriotic pancreatitis. Would love to hear it. Jeez. If it was, it got someone else. Huh? No, but so I've been messing with the Chat GPT, right?
Oh yeah, like what?
So I'm working on a movie script of Art the Clown versus, guess. Can you guess?
Superman.
No.
Jason.
No.
Freddy.
No.
Wow, then no, those were my guesses.
Those are it? Okay.
I mean, I'll throw in Mike Myers real quick.
No. This is gonna sound so dumb. I'm almost embarrassed to tell you, but it's Art the Clown versus the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, man. So the script is like, it's still a work in progress, obviously. I'm gonna share some stuff with the dozen people or so that are gonna watch this.
Hell yeah.
Some cool, like, some of these are like drafts, obviously, but I asked it to generate different things. Let me see. All right, so you could see here, right? Remember, I still have the birthday song by Slayer, the one we did. And
which actually came out really good.
Yeah. So let me see if we can go in there. April O'Neil is bound to a chair, her face etched with fear. Casey Jones, battered and bruised, struggles against his restraints. His eyes locked with April's, filled with determination. Art the Clown, a sadistic grin, never fading, approaches Casey with slow, deliberate steps. He holds a menacing weapon in his hand, ready to deliver the final blow. No? Yes? What do you think?
So far, good start.
Yeah, right? It's actually not even a start. It's like I'm just doing little snippets here.
Yeah.
Casey strains against
Casey Jones.
Yeah, Casey strains against his bindings, desperately attempting to break free. With a surge of strength, he manages to break loose, lunging toward April. Casey, run, save yourself, she says. Casey reaches for April, their fingertips almost touching, but just as he is about to free her, Art swiftly intervenes, launching a brutal attack on Casey.
Damn.
The camera pans away, leaving the horrifying scene off screen as April screams fill the air. The sound of Art's sadistic laughter mixed with Casey's agonized cries, creating a chilling symphony of terror. Now we go into the sewer layer. Is that fucking badass? Or am
That's
I?
pretty badass. Nah, actually, I'm with you on that.
Now, the turtles, prepared for their revenge, arm themselves with their weapons. Their faces reflect the pain of their recent losses, but also the steely determination to avenge their fallen comrade. Leonardo, we cannot let Casey's sacrifice be in vain. Art the Clown must pay for what he has done. Master Splinter, his eyes filled with wisdom and resolve, approaches the turtles. Remember, my sons, Art thrives on chaos and fear. We must embrace the art of stealth, remain unseen, and strike with precision. This is the path of true ninja. The turtles nod in unison, their resolve reaffirmed. All right, now the turtles move silently and swiftly, taking their positions on a nearby rooftop overlooking the abandoned warehouse, their eyes fixate on the dimly lit structure, their determination fueling their every move. Art stands before April, his sadistic amusement evident. April, her eyes filled with grief and anger, stares back at him, a flicker of defiance burning within her. And then this I got to take out because Art doesn't talk. But for some reason they put, "You see, my dear, no one can save you from the inevitable."
Is that what Artie sounds like?
Yeah, kind of. Right?
Wait, can you read that again in the Artie Lang voice?
I know. yeah, I can't do it, Artie, right? You see, my dear, no one can save you from the inevitable. Your friends will soon join you in eternal torment. That's a horrible Artie. That's not even. That's a horrible Artie. He was gonna punch me in the face for doing that.
Hey, you got to say "man of God."
Yeah, right. Man of God, right? So as the fight ensues, the other turtles infiltrate the warehouse, silently taking down Art's henchmen one by one. So he has henchmen. I gotta fix that. So you see, this isn't perfect, but
yeah. But little tweaking, and you got something there.
You got a cool story, right? And I'm trying to figure out the origin. but apparently I have he's gonna basically Baxter Stockman pulls him in from an alternate dimension, right? Using his weapons, right? Thinking he's trying to get into Dimension X, but instead he brings Art the Clown to the Technodrome. He's gonna slaughter everybody in there, including including seriously maiming the Shredder. You know how Art does.
Yeah,
he'll just keep you alive, but just that's gonna be the Shredder.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and I even this might be too far, but I might even do a thing where they behead Art and the head ends up being inside the Krang body.
Oh, that'd be cool.
yeah. You know what I mean? And so I'm having some crazy cool ideas with that, and then make a probably turn that into a comic. We could probably turn it into a comic. Make zero money off of it with other people's properties.
Yeah, any profit has to be turned over right away.
Right over to them. But I think it would be a cool story. Actually, make a fantastic movie. It absolutely would. Yeah. But it would have to get super dark, I mean, and they will never approve a movie like that, maybe some anime style, you know what I mean? Or
unfortunately. Because the way it works is live action human Art vs. Ninja Turtles. Yeah. That's how it works, First comic book, then movie with actors,
Yeah, movie with actors, and that would be I don't know. I think that would just be extremely badass, man. They got
yeah, it would.
You can't get goofy with Art. That he can do karate and shit with the Ninja Turtles, and it's got to lean into the supernatural.
The characters, right. We're not gonna bend anything to fit. We're just gonna have them face. Art's just gonna be in that world. He's gonna kidnap fucking the broad. He's gonna kill Casey Jones, but somehow I do not want April O'Neil to be killed in this. Personally, that'd be my thing.
Survives.
She survives.
Yeah.
She survives only because Casey saves her by sacrificing himself, pretty much.
Pretty
and
much.
then the rest of the movie is revenge for Casey Jones by the
Yeah.
fucking Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
RA.
And RA and one of the weapons, like Leo, he's gonna have to use the sword from Terrifier 2 as one of his swords. He needs the magic from it. I have some ideas, man. That shit would be so fucking badass, man.
I dig that, bro.
It's like probably one of the most pointless stories I could possibly come up with. I'm like nowhere near tied to any of these people or anything, but imagine getting that off the ground somehow.
Right, yeah.
Like just for shits and giggles, you know.
Totally. And believe me, it's not going to be any worse than some of those Star Wars movies, right? You know what I mean?
Or
it's not going to be any worse than fucking Crystal Skulls.
Yeah, no, right? Or the new whatchamacallit, the new Ninja Turtle movies. Those were not that good. Did you watch those? The new Ninja Turtle movies, the newer ones?
How many were there?
There's like 5 total, I think. No,
Word?
6. There's 6 total movies. There's
Ninja
1,
Turtle
2.
movies?
There's the original, right? And then there's a part 2 and a part 3 to those.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Right. So those 3.
There's
which
those
is
3.
really just 1, kind of 2, and I never even saw the 3rd one.
Ooh, that's definitely a hate watch.
Yeah,
that was bad.
Bet.
Yeah,
because 2 was bad enough.
2 was bad enough. I like that one briefly. It got old quick. Like
It
I
got
think,
really
yeah,
quick.
it got old quick. But number 1 is
Go Ninja, go!
Yeah, listen, guys, if you have not seen the 1990 or 1989, 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie, you are doing yourself a disservice. It is one of the best movies ever made. Better than Citizen Kane, better than the Ten Commandments.
I don't know about that one, but definitely
no, not better. No, one of the better comic book adaptations, believe it or not, and like super dark and gritty for a kids movie. You know, there's still enough like levity and lightheartedness to make it, you know, not a depressing mess. But man, that movie was timeless. What's up?
Yeah, the first one is great. The first one is still holds up too. Even if you're older, you'd be like, damn, this is a cool fucking movie. And that's what I hate about Hollywood, is that when it comes to sequels, other than the rare few exceptions, they always ruin it. They become too many cooks in the kitchen. You know what I mean? They want to always put the Happy Meal with it.
Yeah.
And then they just fucking ruin it. Batman Returns, the list goes on and on. Ninja Turtles 2. Batman
Ninja
Returns
Turtles 2.
Fucking turd show. And what I hate is if you watch the behind the scenes of Batman Returns, you hear all about how McDonald's was complaining and Oprah has moms on that says it's the Penguin scared them. And meanwhile, it was a shit script. Script. Batman
Shit
Returns.
script. Horrible movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it could have been so good. You know what I mean? But they fucking had a bad script. And then there was all this push during the production for rewrites and toning it down, and then all the pushback on how scary it was. And then Tim Burton basically gets removed. Warner Brothers removes him for the third one.
I think I sent you something on the Batman, like the rejected script for part 3 and the ideas they were having for it, because, yeah, the coolest thing was that Billy D. Williams was going to come back as Two-Face.
Right.
In their version of Batman 3, and that was that sounded like tremendous, you know.
That was amazing.
Yeah, but I think they dropped the ball with part 2. Part 2 should have been The Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
Of Batman.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, whoever the villain was going to be, that the villain was going to like almost have the upper hand, and it would have ended where there's like consequences that are coming for the next movie, you know.
Yeah, they could have made the Penguin so badass. They could have just dropped the Catwoman or lessened her part, you know.
Yeah.
But no, they had to fucking make sure that the McDonald's Happy Meal toys would sell, and then they were still angry after the movie because it was too dark, and they already made so many script changes to appease McDonald's, and I'm like, fuck these. Why does Hollywood do that, bro? Why is other than the rare few exceptions like Jaws 2, which is I thought was a good movie, but even still, a lot of people they don't like it as much, and that's fine. But it holds
Hate
up,
that
like they
fucking movie.
flow. But still,
Yeah.
would you agree that Jaws 1 and 2 go to like it's still like the same vibe and feel? Okay, well, what about Rocky? Do you think Rocky 1 and 2 like
absolutely one movie? Yeah,
2 is
yeah.
even
There, I'm on
better?
board.
Right. Okay. So that's, a good
And that's
example.
definitely an
Godfather.
argument. I don't think I could even argue against that because 2, wow, man, 2 they beat the shit out of Rocky out of the ring for like a good half of that movie, and you see how much he has to deal with. And I'm like, just Rocky 2. I'm just like, come on, pull out of this, bro. Pull out of this rock. Pull out of this rock. You know. And then finally,
I don't
Adrian's,
ask you to stop being a woman. Please don't ask me to stop being a man.
right? Yeah, just beautiful delivery of Sylvester Stallone. He was, you know. And then finally, she comes out. She was like, "Win."
Oh my God! I get a hard on just thinking about that.
Yeah, that's right.
What are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for? Exactly, man.
Fucking Mick. Right?
Exactly. No. Yeah, people need to learn how to make sequels, and they can do. Terminator 2. Terminator 2.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the rare exceptions.
Godfather 2. Right. We already said The
2.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yep.
Temple of Doom, and Temple of Doom is that technically a prequel, which was actually really smart.
Right.
What else? There's other good part twos.
Yeah,
we haven't
because
seen
there's
any that
so
you
many
liked.
good movies that there are a bunch of good sequels out there, but only a bunch. Just like just a short list. Really, if we were really to do a list, it wouldn't be as anywhere near large as how good a first one starts out, and compared to the list that how many got ruined by the sequel.
Yeah.
That list would be pages.
Damn, I'm kind of like that with well, you know what's another one? Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I don't know how Did you like that one?
I did when I was fucking 14.
You didn't like it as an adult. I love it now. I actually love it more now than I did as a kid.
I haven't seen it then, But even then, when I liked it, it did not it didn't move me the same way as the first one did. The first Bill and Ted, right? Like hits hard, and then when we get to the second one, they just goofballed it up.
It's Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah,
it is more of a Saturday morning cartoon.
Young? Yeah, you're right. Exactly, they Saturday morning cartooned it.
But all right. So yeah, maybe we should rewatch it because by the time they get to the end of Bogus Journey, they in my opinion, there was no need for a part 3. It ended right there. It was a perfect way to end it, and even just the scope of the two movies, right? Because the Excellent Adventure focused on time travel, and then instead of doing another time travel romp, they did the afterlife, going to heaven, going to hell, and then
you sank my battleship,
dude. I mean, fair enough. As silly as it is, I give them a lot of props.
I do like it. Don't get me wrong.
And the props
was it as good as one? No.
No. But I put them together.
Go ahead.
No. I don't think you're cutting me off. I think that they're both that they both go together. Like your Rocky 1, Rocky 2. Like you could put them together. And they one finishes the other. You could finish Rocky 1, Rocky 2, not make another fucking movie, and you're fine. Even though, trust me, I love 3, 4, 5, even 5. And all the others. I don't think there's one Rocky movie that I hate. I just there's some that I like more than others.
Yeah, but 1 and 2 are kind of like
1 and 2 are special.
Separate still, right?
That's
That's it. Special is the perfect word.
One finishes, like those two go together, man. Well, shit, man. I think we're gonna end it there. I'm gonna. Is there anything that you need to plug for the?
No, not really. Just a rest in peace to Andy Rourke, bass player of the Smiths.
Well, God bless you and your family, Andy, and thank you so much for the good years of music.
Absolutely,
man. So. Don't leave. I'm going to talk to you after I end recording here. But you guys hit the like button, hit subscribe. Make sure to check out our Patreon and do the watch-alongs and the uncensored and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time. God bless, guys, and have a good night.
Rock and roll.